What's up and welcome back to another video. Guys, today I'm going to be answering some of your questions. As always, if you have any questions that you'd like me to answer in the next installment of this series, let me know down below in the comment section of this video and I'll try my best to get to them in the next episode. But without further ado, let's get right on into this video. Our first question for today comes from Atlas and asks, what is my dream clone battle pack? And a couple of things come to mind, but this really comes down to the main thing that I really love the Wollfe pack, and I think that we need to get more of the Phase 2 Wollfe pack in LEGO Star Wars. So my kind of no-brainer answer is just going to be a Wollfe pack battle pack. Getting just 4 grunts would be the best, like 4 of your normal Wollfe pack clone troopers, and then you could get the bigger set alongside it to get your Commander Wollfe, your Comet, your Sinker, your Boost. That could be really cool. That's probably the main one that comes to mind. I also think there's some that are well overdue, like a new 212 battle pack, the Star Corps, the 41st. There's just so many cool clone troopers that we have not seen from LEGO yet that we need to see and would definitely warrant getting their own battle pack. But unfortunately, LEGO can only make so many battle packs a year, and it looks like most of the battle packs that we're going to be getting aren't going to be going for the clone troopers. They're going to be going for some other things. I know we're getting the Night Trooper battle pack coming out, which I know a lot of people have some mixed feelings about, but I would just love to see some more clone battle packs with some of those more niche clones that we don't get in LEGO very often or at all. Thomas Ray asks, will I do a big mock series, and if so, when? And I've actually just started building the Battle of Ryloth, my first ever big, large-scale mock series, and it's going really well. The first episode is already out, and I'm just very excited to get into this and be building my first ever large-scale mock. It's something that I've wanted to do for so long, and I'm finally able to do, thanks to all of you guys, so I thank you all for that, and I'll leave a link to the first episode if you want to check it out. And I think the next episode should be coming out in a few days, so stay tuned for that as well. Jaden asks, what is the possibility that LEGO makes a 212th battle pack? It would be awesome to build an army with, and I totally agree. I think that the 212th troopers are very good. Maybe this iteration of them isn't people's favorites. There's definitely a lot of discrepancies and inaccuracies with them that a lot of people don't like. Personally, I'm kind of indifferent about it. I still think that they're pretty good minifigures, but I do think it's something that is on LEGO's radar. They already have the 212th troopers made, so it wouldn't be hard for them to throw them into a battle pack. They're on the print line still. They're still being made right now in production. So it wouldn't be hard just to take 4 of them, throw them in a battle pack, package it up with a little build. Here I've chosen to do the Crab Droid because I don't know why we haven't gotten a Crab Droid yet. This is a small custom build. I assume LEGO would be able to do it a little bit better than I am, but I think this would just be a great battle pack for LEGO to make, and I have no doubt that it would sell very well. Now, ideally, yes, they would do some changes to the 212th clone troopers, make them a little bit better in some areas, and it would be a perfect battle pack, but I would still love to see a 212th battle pack be made in the next couple of years. Andrews asks, what is my favorite LEGO Star Wars set? And this is honestly a tougher question than I thought it was going to be, but I still think, although there are some great LEGO Star Wars sets and a ton that are very high up there on my list, there is one that is a cut above them all, and it has to be Palpatine's Arrest. It's one of my favorite sets. I don't really know why either. I'm looking at it in the background back there right now, and I don't know. It's just something about it. I think it's because it's a set that I always wanted growing up and I was never able to get. And then I finally was able to buy it. And it's just, I don't know. There's something about it. I think it's just like that sentimental value connected to it. I'm sure that everyone else has that with their different sets. But for me, I think it has to be Palpatine's Arrest. Andrew asks, what vehicle or location would I like to see be remade from LEGO Star Wars from something from like 10 to 15 years ago that could be redone with new parts? I think there's a ton of sets that fit this ballad that LEGO should be remaking that would definitely benefit from the new parts that we have today, but there's a couple that come to mind. There's mainly 3 that come to mind right off the bat. The first being the 2003 Cloud City set. It's such an iconic set given the minifigures, as well as such an iconic scene from the movie as well. Something that I'm surprised LEGO hasn't redone yet. I know that we got the Master Builder series Betrayal at Cloud City, but it's not really a set that many people are able to purchase given the high price, as well as how big it is. It's not really one that's easy to display. So I just think having that play scale would be perfect. It's something that I'm surprised LEGO hasn't redone, and looking back to the 2003 version, it would definitely benefit from a remake, especially with some of those new parts that we have today. And I just really hope that LEGO does make this one in the future. It kind of feels like a no-brainer. The next thing up, I have a Playscale Venetor. I know we just got the UCS one, but it's been a while since we got the Playscale one, and looking back at the Clone Wars version of the Playscale one that we got, there's definitely a few, more than a few flaws with this build, and I would love to see it remade with some of the new parts and techniques that we have today. Looking at the Star Destroyer that we just got, if they base it off of that, I think with the whole foundation of the Star Destroyer, it would turn out really great. And the last one, being the Jango Fetts Slave 1. I would love to see this get another Playscale remake. I know we're getting the UCS one in next May, I believe. However, I just think getting it in Playscale would also be great. They already have the format with the Boba Fett's Starship or Slave 1 that we keep getting over and over again, and it really wouldn't be hard for them to just swap the colors around and make the Jango Fett's Slave 1, throw in some different minifigs, and I still think that it would be a great set. And it's been over 20 years since we got the last Playscale version, so I would love to see any of those 3 sets, as well as there's just so many sets out there that could be remade by LEGO that I think they should remake, and I also feel like a lot of them they will remake in the future. Boy 301 asks, how likely is a Phase 2 Commander Wollfe in the Plo Koon's Jedi Starfighter? And honestly, I have no clue. I know it's rumored to have that 3rd figure from some different people, but it's also rumored to only have 2 from some other people as well, which is kind of unfortunate. Now, I have no clue. Like I said, I would love to see Phase 2 Commander Wollfe make his debut. It's a figure that I've always wanted. Such a cool character, one of my favorite clones, and I would love to see him make that Phase 2 appearance. However, I just don't know. I feel like, not to be pessimistic, but I feel it's an episode 3 set at the end of the day. Commander Wollfe did not appear at all in episode 3, so I feel like, to be honest, we might just get another like random figure from episode 3 in there, which also is also nice. I love when we get that 3rd figure in the Starfighters. It just doesn't really make sense for it to be Commander Wollfe, unfortunately. Now, I would love to see Commander Wollfe. I would love to be proven wrong. However, it really isn't looking likely. I would love to see it though, and I feel like we will get him in the future. I just don't know if he's going to be appearing in the Plo Koon's Jedi Starfighter. LSWMASR asked, what Kashyyyk sets do I think that we could get for the anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, if any? And I think there's definitely a ton of options here. I think Kashyyyk just being one of the most iconic scenes from Revenge of the Sith, probably not the most iconic, but definitely one of the big hitters up there that everyone can recognize, and it would just be a missed opportunity if LEGO didn't make any sets for it. Looking back at the wave that we got previously, back in the day, of all the other Kashyyyk sets, there's definitely a ton that could be remade, as well as some new ones that we could get. I think some of the big glaring ones, though, are definitely that turbo tank, the ATDP, maybe some snail droids, or even like the droid gunship could be really cool. But I also think like a playset, honestly a Master Builder series set of Kashyyyk would be great. However, I doubt that that is going to happen, unfortunately, but I do think it would be very cool to see. But there's just a ton of different options out there. I would also love to just see a battle pack of the Kashyyyk Troopers. There's just so many really cool things that come from Kashyyyk that I would love to see LEGO remake in some new sets for the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith. But I also think if we don't get them for the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, it's something that is like so like, I don't know what the word is for it, but it's something that I feel like we could definitely get, even though it isn't the anniversary of Revenge of the Sith. If we get it in the future, something that LEGO would do one-offs for, just because of how well I'm pretty sure the old stuff sold. So I feel like it's something that LEGO definitely has on their radar to make in the future. Real ask, would the original ARC 170 microfighter price increase? You're considering buying it on eBay, and I think with the release of the Playscale ARC 170, the microfighter doesn't really have much correlation. They're 2 very different sets when you think about it, and I don't see the microfighter dropping or like shooting up in price kind of either way. I feel like it's just gonna stay the same. It might go down a little bit if people are trying to offload it. I've seen it popping up for sale on eBay and stuff like that for some pretty good deals, but overall, I think you should be okay. I think it is going to stay pretty stagnant. Don't take any of this as financial advice. I don't really know what I'm talking about. I'm just giving you my opinion and what I think is going to happen. But overall, I do think it's going to stay kind of consistent. Yes, it has been on a steady increase, but that's kind of every single retired LEGO set pretty much just goes at a steady increase over time. But overall, I don't think you can go wrong. It's a microfighter that I own. It's probably my favorite microfighter that LEGO has made. So if you're looking to pick it up, I would definitely suggest you do, but make sure you get a good deal on it. Don't like buy it for some crazy price because you have FOMO thinking that it's going to skyrocket or anything like that. But yeah, just keep a cool head and look for some good deals on it, because I don't think it's going anywhere, and you know, you never know, we might get a new one, but I do doubt it. Lil Wag asks, with the new ARC 170 rumored to release next year, would I expect the value of the 2010 one to fall because you are looking to buy it? And honestly, I think when I was looking on eBay, I've seen so many of them getting like listed for lower than I've ever seen them. Now, that's just kind of the thing when all of the new sets come out that are remakes of old ones that are pretty expensive. They always do fall, and I feel like they fall most right before and then when it releases, and then they normally recover up later. Now, this isn't financial advice, I'm just telling you my opinion on the situation. But when you're looking at the Ghost, looking at the old version of the Ghost, it was what, like $500 sealed in box. The new one got rumored, the price started to fall, and then it fell. I think I saw people selling it for like to $280, $300 and stuff like that. And now it's recovered up a little bit after the new one has released and been out for a while. But I feel like it kind of just depends. I feel like if you are looking to get that 2010 version, you're going to get your best deals on it now and like right when it releases, because there's a ton of people trying to offload it. But there's also a lot of people trying to buy it right now as well. So I really couldn't tell you either way, but I would say keep on the lookout for deals, because there's a ton of people trying to sell their old ones in fear that it is going to like plummet in value. So you might be able to pick up some pretty good deals on it if you are looking to pick up that set. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you everyone who watched this video, as well. Thank you to everyone who asked a question. And if you have any questions that you'd like me to answer in the next episode of this series, leave them down below in the comment section of this video, and I'll try my best to get to them in the next episode. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe. Drew, signing out.